Good day to you all, my great and wonderful friends. How you doing? How is everything going? I must say it's been a very interesting period all this while because instead of anything going down, it has always been going up. And with that, I can say that TBC is really living up to the standard because we are seeing it within our own very eye that everything is moving up just the way it's expected to be done or it's going. Once again, I remain my humble self, Amici AK, one of the many voices talking about TBC out there. And once again, I have to say it's a very nice moment meeting you again and for us to have the opportunity to discuss and really think about how to move this very good opportunity forward. It is indeed something that warrants us to do things exactly how it's supposed to be done because without playing the needed roles in the community, we just be there making unnecessary noises, thereby supporting the naysayer. But when we come out and try as much as we can to do something positive and help people to really understand what we are doing, then it means that we know inside out of what we're doing. So today we'll be looking at very important aspect of what we've been into in TBC community. I've noticed that so many people are getting carried away because everybody seems to be, well, sorry to say, not everybody, but at least good number of us tend to have more interest in seeing how they can be able to cash out and start making use of their money. Anyway, there's no big deal about that, but indeed there is something really serious that we need to look into about being able to cash out and start using our money, so to say. I must say that those people who are keen or trying everything they could to start withdrawing their money have not yet really fully understand the concept of what TBC is, and especially having been cleared as to what we are into. The blockchain is something that need to serve as bank. Instead of looking for how to cash out using one form of exchange or the other, I think the best thing for us to do is to be part of the cash flow coaching system. With that, we could be able to see how we can really do this thing and do it very well. Or when we are able to read the blog, because not that we are not able, most of us tend to be busy with other things and at the same time bad mouthing TBC and saying that TBC is not working. TBC is really working, but the question is, are we really working TBC? Or do we expect TBC to perform magic? TBC is not magic. And when we say that this thing is really something great, it's a reality on ground, we will therefore look for various ways we need to work to uplift this to the standard which it is being aimed at. TBC is having the projection of reaching 1 billion members for it to become liquid. And we are barely 3 point, yeah, we are not even up to 3.5 million. And we are already looking for where to start withdrawing and doing all sort of as you could ever imagine. I don't think that is the best way to go about it. The best way I think for us now is to see areas whereby we could be able to follow the system and do what is required of us instead of looking for where to start cashing and doing all sort of quick business transactions. So when we learn to learn, it will really help us to do things right. If we make our time to really understand what TBC is all about and how best to go about it, it will save us a great deal instead of allowing scammers to be making better use of us. It's not good. Yes, those people who are looking for exchange or who are even pioneering exchange of various forms prematurely, it shows that they don't really understand TBC concept. And when we support them, that is in a way now to tell ourselves that we too, we don't really know what we're doing. So for the fact that we are looking for verified 1 billion members to the community and we are barely up to that very level and we have started looking for exchanges here and there, does it really make any sense? To me, it doesn't sound reasonable enough. We are all matured, and if we understand what we are doing in the community, we don't want to be carried away with what people or how people tend to look at money or whatsoever. There are other things you can do to make money, quite all right. If you don't want to follow the system outlined by TBC, you you have other things you can do. So for now, TBC is not yet liquid. The issue of cash out here and there, people are crying over and over again that they've been scammed. And when others are saying or relating their bad experiences, we've seen it from time to time. Even Dan Law used to mention that the issue of cashing out is just a way that people tend to scam their worries. So why can't we make use of our senses and try to work on what we have on hand instead of allowing ourselves to get deceived by those who we understand or who we know more than. So let's stop supporting scammers. Some will tell you that they really understudied TBC and know that the admin is wasting time by not bringing up the exchanges that this and that. But I don't think that sounds reasonable. To me, it is not reasonable in any way because someone started something. It is that person's vision, and it also behooves on that person to be allowed to walk through that vision, and others who are ready to support him should walk along what they laid planned of the very owner of the vision. So the seeing admin working tirelessly, working without tiring, so to say. We've seen so many things coming on board. We've seen so many things in terms of changes, making things to be more and more understandable in the community. So, is it when we talk about the financial education that we are getting in TBC, when we talk about other exposures we are being given, we find out that the elites, they are really not having any of our interests at heart. They are just looking for what will favor them. And most of us who don't know it or who care not to know about it, they are just busy trying to still do the part of the elite because our mindset have been made to believe that scarcity is reality. But from what we've been able to gather from the blog or from the admin, we find out that scarcity is just a way of deceiving people. Because if they are allowed to really test that scarcity, to be in the shoes of so many people, they will come up with the truth and say, no, it's not that we have been deceiving people. Look at the truth. Because if they are to be allowed to face what majority of masses are going through, they can't even be able to bear it. So in the community, we have virtually all it takes to fight this war, especially this info war. It's not a war of a machete and gun. It's not a war of carrying sticks and thereabout, physical fight, so to say, but info. Try to help people understand what you are doing. Let them know the truth. Let them see where you're going. Let them understand that the concept of this thing is not there to fool people, but something that will really help people to understand where they're going. So, the TBC opportunity we all are having today, to me, is one of the best opportunity that can ever come to us. At least presently, is something that is so much, so big, that all we need to do is to bring ourselves down, learn this thing inside out, and get going with it. People have ways where they can start cash flowing. Yes, you talk about how easy some certain things are, but it's not really about how easy things are. It's not, or rather, how things is, but how long lasting, how sustainable that thing that you look to be easy, how long is this thing going to last? So stop looking at the easy ways of doing things and the easy way of doing this and that, and without really knowing that if you are constantly looking for something that you just quickly gather comfortable and gather and go, don't expect it to last for you. So to me, I want us to do everything we could possible to support this very mission. And when we do it, telling others about what we believe shouldn't be any problem. We don't have to be afraid of what we know, because when we know that this thing is real, telling others or even helping others understand it becomes practically easy. So don't allow those people who don't know anything about what we're doing, about the concept of this beautiful opportunity that we find ourselves in TBC, to deceive us. So The best thing we can do is when we learn to start spending time on the blog, when we learn to start understanding what the admin is telling us, when we learn the habit of attending send button meetings, it will help us to really put things in the right perspectives and know inside out that what we are doing is not a childish play. So, in as long as we try as much as we could by helping people to understand what we are doing, we too will see ourselves going up in the community. We see ourselves feeling the impact of what we are doing. We see ourselves having something meaningful whenever we open our mouth. Yes, this person knows what he's talking about. Look at the opportunities that we have of learning from great guys. Whenever send meeting is going on, you discover that the sort of knowledge being passed out, the sort of great infos being given, shows that we are in for real. So I don't think it makes any sense for us to start believing in what is not truth. TBC is, and it has proven to us that it is something real. Being something that is real as TBC, why allow ourselves to be carried away by something that is not real? We have so many coins out there. We see how they are going up and down, so to say. But we have these beautiful things in TBC that whatever we've been told so far about TBC, none of them has been removed. Good to, yes, notwithstanding, there all along there has been some adjustments, but those adjustments have been all positive adjustments. Ways whereby what we are doing can become better. What we are doing become easier. What we are doing becomes clearer, so that we know exactly what we are talking about. It doesn't mean that for the fact that TBC started by some certain ideologies of okay, we are going to the bank, we are going to the but and at the long run, when it covered that going to the bank will still take us to ground zero or the ground floor, so to say. Say no, this is not going to work for the betterment of the community. We have to stand up and really stand on our own. And when we stand on our own, we could be able to really push up the community to what we want it to be. And that is whereby we can be able to be proud of our own economy. It is when we value whatever we have, it is then that others who are looking from outside will be able to see that it's like these people are real, they know what they're doing. With that mindset, they will now be able to start asking us, really? So this thing is working. How can we be part of this? You know? So, but now, if we prematurely start following them or allowing them to talk us out of the vision that the admin is telling us, showing us, we will end up having nothing much to say because we allow those people who don't know anything about what we're doing to convince us or confuse us. So, if you find out that TBC is not for you, it's never a force, never by force. You discover that a particular thing is not going well for you, nobody is forcing you. So instead of remaining in there and causing havoc, causing distractions and confusing others, why not honorably leave? And when you leave, it will save you more time whereby you can use to start something else and get busy and serious, whatever it is. As for me, I've seen that TBC is working, and if it's not working for you, that means you're not working it. Yes. So probably what we are seeing today is that there's this complaint, or there are so many complaints that admin is not doing what it's supposed to be doing and things like that. What else do we expect admin to be doing? For admin to take our TBC and go to bank and start exchanging it after we now line us up, come and be taking your cash, or when so give me your account numbers, let me be paying. That means admin is going contrary to the concept of what the TBC is. So let us come along with this idea and do something great with it. Stop allowing people who don't know what you're doing to be dictating for you where you're going. It doesn't make sense. Okay? It doesn't make sense in any way. So, in as much as we are already in here, let us try to look at various areas whereby we'll be able to make it. And for us to be able to do that, it starts with following instructions, attending meetings, trying to understand what we don't know about the coin, And when you don't understand anything, the best way is for you to ask questions. So it is when you ask question, that is when it shows that yes, I don't know this thing. Of course, none of us were born with anything. So it's only when we invest our time we could be able to learn. And when we learn, we'll be able to understand and be able to teach others. So all along it has been learning how to teach others who will still teach others, others who will still teach others. We have seen the blog post, one of the latest blog posts that talks about everything we need to do in the community. So many enlightened people are in the community, but the problem I keep on repeating and emphasizing is our ability to read. We have the ability to read, but the patience to understand how everything is going, most of us lack it. But that is not going to help us. It's not helping us because if you are not equipped with the correct knowledge needed to booster whatever we are doing, we see ourselves fumbling and wandering most of the time. So, irrespective of where you are coming from, it is not expected that you come into TBC today and before you know it, you start blowing all up and down. No. In terms of blowing a horn is like, okay, you're making a lot of money, which is very possible depending on the circle of friends. But even if it means that things are still little bit hard, you are finding it difficult to talk to people about it. But the issue is this: TBC is not the first thing you have ever done in your whole life. Compare it to what you have done so far. How long have you been into that? How easy were those things are deceptions? So if we have to tell ourselves the simple truth, we know that everything that is worthwhile is never come easy. Any good thing doesn't come easy, except if it's something that you can just play along and something like that. So going to the meeting and following up the instructions and find out that yes, TBC has come to stay and being something that all of us are seeing the way it is moving and it's showing that we are not in any way behaving like other sharp business practices outside there. This has to do with reality. Sometimes I look at those people who don't want to look at TBC and really find out what it is, or those people who look at it and became afraid. I say, no, this is not going to work. I'm afraid the government is going to come after us and things like that. You find out that their mindset have been programmed to think that way. Their mindset have been circled under fear. They are no longer able to do anything for themselves. They say that they are just living like animal in a cage. Okay? If one is in a cage, granted, yes, one could be in a cage, but it becomes very bad and harder for that person if you're in a cage and also cage your own mouth. Okay? So we are all trying to see how this community will grow. And if it grows for our good. If it is like this, we'll be struggling, trying to make something out of it. Instead of bad-mouthing the effort of admin, why not convert that energy into promoting TBC? When we promote TBC, I help people to understand that this thing is not scam, that this thing is not a childish business, or this is not sharp practice business that people go about carrying up and down. They will try to see reasons with you. Okay? For the fact that people are looking for how to easily make money and start living the way they want to live, have they not been doing that before? If it has been working for them, why are they not doing it? I've seen so many businesses that were started sometimes some few months ago, even a year or thereabout. You see the way they're busy promoting it. This is the way they buy, this is the best. If you're doing another thing, it doesn't make any sense. This is the best thing that you can do, and your whole life will change and all the rest. 99.9 of those businesses today, ask me where are they? They've all disappeared into thin air, and another one starts. These same people, after having seen that this is not really working, they will still go back and try. I met a friend the other day. I was going to say, no, TBC is a long thing. Even this business that we are trying up and down, I know, yes, I know. they are not really working, so to say. But if you happen to be among the first set of people, you benefit before others start losing. And I said, okay, with your good conscience, you want to involve into something that you benefit and others coming later will lose. And you looked at yourself and said, yes, I've done the right thing. I said, I'm not going to be part of such business, okay? I tried something like that before, I found out that it's not working. I have to distance myself from it. So your dignity is more important than money. And when it comes to what we are, or we come to what we are doing in TBC here, it's more than money. The knowledge in TBC is great. It teach you how to show love. It teach you how to get others. It teach you how to live happily with others. And again, TBC is